Think I'm on. Oh my goodness, why is my computer freezing? It's been doing this often because that is what I believe it's going to do. Okay, I should be coming on now. And I apologize. I know Mighty Mama, in case you're on, I know that you said that you wish that I would come on live, not right before a session because I cut these short, but this is the only time that I can do it, or at least that I want to right now. So I'm sorry. Let me see if I can go over get the live chat. And as you guys come on, just say hi. I wanted to talk a little bit about taking action in the 3D with your specific person. And for that matter, taking action with anything that you're manifesting, because I think that there's a big misunderstanding with what manifestation is. And I also, this could be a little bit of a mishmash of topics, but I don't care because it's all going to be helpful for you anyway. But there was a comment that somebody made under a recent poster video that I read relatively late last night, and I wanted to address it, where the person asked if circumstances don't matter, then if negative circumstances don't matter, then why does it matter if in the story that I told how my client had inspired action and kind of met up with her specific person and then they saw each other again that day, why would a positive circumstance matter? So I think there's a bit of a misunderstanding with taking action and assigning meaning to things. So I just wanted to address those things in today's very, very short live video. So I just want to get the 3D. Oh my goodness, I just want to get the live chat up. All right, awesome. So let me say hi to a few people, and then I'm literally only going to have a very short time to say what I have to say. So, Alternative Vignette. I can't pronounce your name, and I'm so sorry. Hey, Pure Energy. Hi. Uh, Bhumika, hi. Ari, hi. Tammy, hi. QSH, hi. Jane here. Happy to catch you live. Sending love from the Philippines. Hello. Thank you. Nicole, hi. Belikta, hi. Belikta, holding space for you, giving you hugs and everything with everything that's going on. Rosemary, hello, everyone. Lots of love from Sweden. Savannah Rodriguez, lots of hearts. Thank you. I'll give you a whole bunch of hearts back. Thank you guys for coming on. Thank you for all my new subscribers, and lots of love out to each and every one of you. And even though I might not be able to address any questions today, I do hope that what I have to say will help you guys understand. Okay. And I know that a lot of you guys are going to be sending in some of your questions. So I apologize in advance if I'm not able to get it. But like I said, I only have 10 minutes to be on. And I was just really inspired to get this message out to you guys. So I believe that many of you guys have to hear it. Kyle, I was just thinking about you. Hi, Kim. I'm dying for our next session. LOL. Awesome. Um, yeah, I was just thinking about you, holding space. So I will see you soon. Uh, Kava. Hello, Mama Kim. Hello. Sending loads of love to you. Thank you so much, Kava. Thank you. I appreciate that. Um, okay. Let me email you. Let me read an email from one of my clients after yesterday's session with her. Now, I want to say that she's like so getting into her power and shifting her understanding. And I am going to have to also create a new parallel realities video very shortly too, because it's like you can manifest literally from so many different understandings and belief systems about how life is working, how our realities work, and they'll all work. But the most important thing for you guys to understand is that you're always naturally manifesting. You always have been naturally manifesting. You always will be naturally manifesting, whether you choose to be conscious of your thoughts and beliefs or not. So when you guys are suddenly learning how to, you're like, well, how do I, if I do this, is this wrong? If I do this, is this, you have to understand that you've always been doing it. So regardless of whatever situations, circumstances, experiences you've had in your life with different relationships, different people, you have to realize that you already were manifesting from your belief system. And so if you had things in your belief system, then they were being mirrored back to you by these different people in your reality, and that everyone in your reality is divine for you. And it's up to you to make a decision of what state you're keeping yourself in and what state you're seeing others in. And if you choose, when somebody takes action, when somebody takes action towards their specific person, for example, and then they end up in union with them and back together with them, regardless of what came up in the 3D, and then someone else says, nah, that's not manifesting, that's not true. Everything is a manifestation. And it just so happens that maybe that person had a belief that the most natural way that they would end up coming back together with their person was through their action. And that's okay. There's no reason to say that that's not manifesting. Everything is manifesting. If, on the other hand, if you are taking action in the 3D out of fear or manipulation because you don't trust that your person really loves you, then that's a different form of action. But when you're taking 3D action in confidence and in love and being empowered, if you know that your person, that you've shifted your state and that you trust and believe in the highest and best of you, your person, and the relationship, go ahead and reach out. But here's the thing. If you do that, and if you hadn't done the inner work for yourself to get in a place of confident and in that energy of your being, pure, unconditional love, in your power, and knowing that they love you equally as much as you love them. And if you take the action, if any bits and pieces of the old story come up, if you didn't prepare yourself, then when the old story shows up again, you might get so drained by the process and so disappointed that if you do react, your reaction, instead of you blaming something outside of you, your reaction is simply showing you that you didn't actually truly change. Okay, does that make sense? So one of the reasons why it's suggested that you don't take 3D action is simply because if you're not prepared to back it up, in other words, if you're not truly in your trust that no matter what ends up coming up in your 3D, you know that the end exists with you and your person. So you're going to be completely faithful to it. And if something does show up in your 3D, you're going to remain as unfazed as possible. Even if you do get triggered, it's okay. But then you're going to get back as soon as possible and just stay in your trust. Go ahead and take 3D action. The only reason why we suggest not to is because you are still assigning meanings to things that are working against you, which that's going to segue into the comment that the person that I wanted to address, that the person made under my post or my recent video. But before I do, I want to read this from my client after yesterday's session. So she did take 3D action towards, not in manipulation, but she was inspired to go somewhere and to invite her SP. And then she was inspired further after that to do and go somewhere else. And in both cases, she reached out to her person. Is that the wrong thing? No, because she has such a good, confident energy about herself and a good, strong, confident energy about how her person feels about her. And while she's not fully in her end, she knows that taking 3D action is okay because she's assigning positive meaning to it. So she basically emailed me this. I wanted to share it with you. Good evening, Kim. After our session, I'm in a quiet place of trust. I feel soft and light. Thank you for holding space for me today. By the way, my affirmation, I am a success story, is literally truth. It's amazing. It's reality. This evening, I experienced an 11-minute long meditation. After that, I ate supper and imagined my person and I eating together. Later on, I checked my phone and saw that she sent me a message. When I looked at the timestamp, I saw that she had sent this message around 3:50, which was 20 minutes after our session had ended. The whole afternoon, I had assumed that she was wanting to talk with me as I was wanting to talk with her. I am excited at how natural this is starting to feel. I feel like a balloon just floating into the most beautiful existence. Much love to you, Kim. Thank you for helping me to refocus. And much love to you in case you're watching. So the point I'm trying to make here, and then I'm going to use another example of something that would be taking action, and it might be taking action from a state of not being loved, of not being chosen, and not being a priority, and more potentially something that could end up becoming painful and draining. If you are not fully understanding the entire purpose of what's going on with this, and you haven't changed your self concept, and you haven't changed the state that you are seeing your specific person in, and from that place, you're taking action, and you're always on the edge of like having like almost like a like always being frazzled, always being edgy, always being in fear, always being in lack, always being in desperate and energy. And if you're taking action from there and you're saying, well, I'm taking action because if I was in the relationship, I would be doing these things. Well, if you're taking the action from the state of lack energy, of desperate energy, of anxious energy, then you are literally putting yourself in the timeline of manifesting the reality where you're continuing to be in this energy and you're keeping your person in the state where you're going to be manifesting most likely more lack, and probably experiences that are going to make you feel more and more how you're feeling, the state that you're in. And in that case, what could happen is if then you hear or you see something that is against your end, if you haven't been truly living from the end, that trigger might send you so far deep into a spiral that you could get to a point where you're just like, F all this. I can't do it anymore. I'm sick of this. I hate them. And maybe maybe it could even go into some form of self-loathing, which is very toxic for you, for your person, and for your manifestation, and in general for your life. Okay. Now, really quickly, I only have 6 minutes before my session, which means I have about 2 or 3 minutes to say the last thing that I want to say. So I hope that that makes sense. Only take action from a confident, unconditional, empowered state of being the highest and best version of you, where you're not going to be tripped up because you believe so, so deeply in your end with your person. And you already know that no matter what is said or done, it's not going to phase you. So, like for me, for example, if I was in a place where I am just withdrawing so I can get myself to a place where I feel so, so, so high on myself and so high in our end and so high in a state of having and embodying and being this version of me. If I get to that state, and I know that no matter what was to come back, it wouldn't phase me. And if it did phase me, I know I could pull myself out of it quickly, then I would go ahead. But if I don't believe that I'm quite there yet, I'm not going to take action. And I'm just going to live in the state of love and trust and allow then whatever is going to inspire me. I'm going to take action on those things where I'm going to be living through my soul and loving my life. Because as I'm doing that, everything that needs to happen is happening automatically anyway. Okay. I hope that makes sense. Now, somebody commented and said, like, basically, they don't understand the whole idea of circumstances don't matter. So I'm going to say this in a nutshell and then I have to go. Circumstances, you assign meaning literally to everything. Every single thing in life is neutral until we assign meaning to it. Someone can lose their home, lose all of their finances, lose their business, need to leave their favorite city, lose all of their friends in literally a moment. And they can assign the meaning that this is a bridge because what I truly wanted deep down in my soul was to live in this life instead. So this that's happening right now is good. And it's literally shifting me in a very powerful way into being in this new reality. The same person or a different person in the same exact circumstance can lose everything, lose their home, lose all their friends, lose their family, all of their money, all of everything that they've built for who knows how many years of their life. They could want to end their life. They could turn away from everybody and everything and go within and get incredibly depressed. They could start drinking. They could start doing drugs. They could just get into a victim state of believing that the whole entire world and life is against them, that God doesn't love them. And in that case, they are going to be in the timeline of a very sad reality. Same circumstance, same exact circumstance. One is giving a very empowering meaning that is going to shift into an entirely new leveled up reality. The other one is going to shift the person into that other trajectory of a different reality. It's not as well, okay, Kim, that's just like glass half cup, half full. That's just the difference of being a pessimist or an optimist. Not true. It is truly actually a choice and a decision that is going to shift you into an entirely new parallel reality. So assigning negative or positive meanings to everything is highly important. Now, I have to say, I only have 2 minutes left, so I'm going to have to go. When you wake up in the morning, I want you to decide that you understand what manifesting is, that you're able to stay super focused and disciplined in your end, that you trust that you were created to create in God's image, and that you know that you are a channel for everything that God wants to unfold in this reality, and that you are completely surrendered and detached from anything that goes against your end. And you are going to stay highly focused on the understanding that there is currently an infinite number of realities where you are the highest and best version of you that has all the money that you want, all of the support that you want, all of the success that you want, all of the love from family, friends, whomever, if you want that you are highly in love with you and your specific person. You have an amazing home together. There are infinite versions that may look very similar, where you and your person aren't together, but you're with somebody else and you guys have an amazing love. That you and your person are together, but you're not getting along at all, where maybe you guys are both broke. In other words, you can go on and on and on and on. So make the decision in the morning very clearly, and like get everything clear down to the details of who you want to be. Be conscious of that version of you. Stay conscious of that version of you throughout the day, each and every day, and allow it to happen and enjoy your life. And stop making it all about your person, all about the money, all about this, all about that. You have to come at this from a higher level of understanding. Okay. I love you so much. Have an amazing day. I know that this video shifted you. Please like, comment, share. If you need me for coaching, reach out to me, kim@coreunion.com. You can book your session with me at coreunion.com. Do a 30-minute or a package. Package is what most people prefer, and they give me a couple days to get back to you. I love you so much. My other session is starting now. Have an amazing day. I know for a fact that this shifted your understanding and it empowered you. Stay in the consciousness of being who you want to be. If you want to take action, go ahead. Just don't do it from a place of disempowerment, because you were most likely going to be then in a timeline of being in a reality where you were